My name's Chris Calabogas, and once again we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. We're talking innovation, startups, the future. Not necessarily those, and not necessarily in that order. If you're watching on YouTube, smack that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can be notified when a new show comes online. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast service, please subscribe and please drop a note on Apple Podcasts. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Now, I find that a lot of people just don't understand win-win. I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand win-win. They don't understand that the pie is big enough for everyone. They feel like they have to build a business where they win and someone else loses. I don't know what the determinator is of people who understand that the pie can be grown. But I have a feeling that what's happening today, especially in these tough times, is that people feel that they will only win at the expense of somebody else. For some reason, during these tough times, during recessions, or during depressions, businesses feel that they have to win-lose. That's the only way they can survive, is if they win-lose. They don't look for a win-win solution. And if you ask me, we should all look for win-win solutions all the time. For example, think about things like income inequality. So somebody was saying the other day, it's a big problem. It's a big problem. I was talking to ChatGPT, and they said income inequality is a big problem. But the problem with income inequality is that it's a win-lose concept. It's a win-lose concept because some people will win and some people will lose, because those who make the money and have the money may have gained it in perfectly normal legal ways. But they're going to lose their money and give it to the people who are going to win the money. It's not a win-win solution. It's a win-lose solution. Climate change. All these things, a lot of these things are not for the benefit of all of us. They're for the benefit of some over others. We have to look at solutions. See, this is the thing that drives me crazy, is that we spend so much time looking at ways of extracting money from person A and giving it to person B. And I'm not just talking about income inequality or taxes or anything like that. Businesses, you don't want your customer to win. You want your customer to lose their money and not get enough value in return. Employers want to hire people who provide much more value than they're willing to pay. You see what I'm saying? We should look at everything from a win-win perspective as opposed to a win-lose perspective. Because I've heard of people saying that their companies are asking for huge sets of education and skill set and experience, and they're not willing to pay anything. And it's just not just a recessionary thing. It is normal business. But if you ask me, if you want somebody who has a certain level of skill, a certain level of education, a certain level of experience, then you should be willing to pay that amount. But so many people are so interested in crushing that down, in not having a win-win experience, a win for the company and a win for the employee, a win for the customer and a win for the company. People are interested in always winning with somebody else losing. If we changed our mindsets, almost anything that we do can be changed to a win-win scenario. Anything. All we need to do is make sure of it when we're mapping it all out. We're not building a business on win-lose. We could build a business on win-win and still build a damn good business. But I think too many of us are not looking at it as the pie can always be grown, that there's a limited amount of whatever. And the problem is that we've had this before. We've gone through situations where we feel that things are limited. Resources are limited, money is limited, all these things are limited, time is limited, everything's limited. But really the only thing that's limited is time. Money can be found. Resources can be found. We have not hit the end of anything. We're not in a closed system. The system is open. The system can be grown. So we should all be pushing hard to look for win-win scenarios in all of these cases. And I find it saddening that people feel that there has to be win-lose, that somebody has to lose in order for them to win. And it's not necessarily like that. So many companies, so many individuals, so many businesses feel like their customers are not winning, their customers are being taken for a ride. So that's what I'm saying, is that let's all focus on, instead of win-lose, let's all focus on win-win. Let's see if we can figure out a way to make all of our businesses win-win from all parties. Let's not have anybody dissatisfied with the results, with the work that we're doing. Let's grow everything so that everyone can have something. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.